625,000 food poisoning incidences are recorded annually in Ghana, where a Ministry of Food and Agriculture and a World Bank and edit sa information ye MIA in 2007. Over 104 people hospitalized annually in Ghana. Now, way so no a Food and Drugs Authority 2008 or more so na this information you might. This is representing 47.5% of total food poisoning cases reported. Death rate in Ghana due to food-related illnesses stood up to 90,692 deaths annually. Whereas the Food and Drugs Authority 2008, representing 14% of the total number of people being hospitalized. Oh my Ghana more. The total cost incurred by the government of Ghana on curbing food-borne diseases annually is estimated to be 69 million US dollars. This is more for Ministry of Food and Agriculture and a World Bank or more data in 2007. Looking at these numbers, ni figures, no, a try say aduane ye die e Ghana, aduane ye tonton. Na ye ka say aduane ye die no dodo na, if you look at the studies are food poisoning ena yade a yenya e free yenua ni die mo no yenye free abonten so adidie. Na abonten so adidie no at the time no, street foods no is growing, it's becoming very important part of our lives, especially in developing countries such as ours. So street food vendors provide cheap meals for thousands of Accra citizens or residents. But concerns over foodborne diseases have led to effort by the Ghanaian authorities to improve food safety and encourage vendors to adopt more hygienic practices. Then so omosha asiache. 2012, they made Public Health Act. As we talk today, though there has been some improvement, but the numbers are scary. The last time we were talking about road accidents, the numbers were scary. And this food poisoning and the bacteria and the sicknesses we get from the food we eat outside, it is also very scary. Now, the Zoom link is on Facebook. Kwesi Owusu-Afriyie, the Facebook line or Zoom link, at the home. You can join the conversation. And already now I have Francis and Diana. Now, can you give your introductory remarks, Akakra, and Sana, they get inside the conversation? And sorry for my voice, Akakra. I think say what anymore I Kamiyenya cold, Akakra. So sorry for my voice. About your Francis.
Yeah. That's me can right from the beginning is say open say okay. Say open say so protect every industry. Adia ba kwa also din kai so be regulate. Enti say uko nya industry the entrance barrier no free it is very difficult to regulate. And then this is the example we are coming to deal with. We might feel free from the perspective of business. As the discussion goes on, we will discuss much to the health aspect of it. So see, as a woman will be sika say, oba oman discuss on fendi dwa.
Yeah.
Let's almost 10 a move 7 better aduane. And I said, in fact, say a more the 70% or the meaning 50%. A more 50% because a better aduane. They said they all know at home, and I say all koto foodstuffs and vegetables no so I day or no so at home. Until you see the entrance to selling food, it has no barrier. It has no barrier. It is free. That is why statistics now the my issue. No. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It means that we are not doing anything about it. So I believe, say, going forward, no, we discuss much into it. Into my fancy Hana, Kasa. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, that was it. I am acknowledging Kofi Anoche is watching from Philadelphia, USA. And James Daddy Cash is also watching from Johannesburg. Yeah, that must say. If you are not able to join us on Zoom, you can also write a comment. We are talking about food skills in Ghana and how people are getting sick out of it. If our leaders, if our government are not taking care of us, we can advise ourselves and take care of ourselves. And yenua baako so join it, but yebema dina akasa yewi ani aba young iPhone so me pacho dina introductory remarks.
Passion me that's you. You see a food poison. I na the brain. I ni akosi chewa na se patients ozo kono de bibi egu ni kunadi anim na waka afra na waka bi ahe na nipa na ewu. But food poison ye can me definition ye the consumption of unwholesome food. Enti aduane bia enye mma nipadua bia no e food poison. So water milk, yes milk no ye di ucha e wo tontram enti fiegu bomu ana ade bi ye glass ana ceramic bi ana plastic bi na fa she fridge. O se there bi na egunu anu no de ahye fridge ni. E raste na ekogu yam na ekofa yare bi brewa e food poison. Wakoto wo fish, also ni she di freeze ure fi ade tuntum se bon o se o mami fa hu je guso udi guja no hu guso kakra na ukodi na efa wo yam a food poison enti aduane bi anyama ni padua bia se mpaduane wakoto kra na wa hohuru yie na udi a ede sa niam sunsuanso ebeba se befa wo yam ebeye se ebe yam ya ni na ye food poison enti ni na wom se duduo na ye de bia ye koto free na emom si yeti ye fie mpaduane a ye ekwan me na wo fa so aye se aduane no se no enam no no ani ye onu ama na broso se ne osikata ho aduane so aduane akoton abonten wo hebe bi e free ehemfa na esini na ya ade a ehu hia if say aduane nipa be yare pa dodo na afie aduane because anu ya ade a point of entry bi ani ye ho se ya no efa ha na enu muso na eje we na eje ho me ni na afia no enti e be se adesia ye esia obi ama na so ntie ni ehu how a ebesi aboye ho ban na atorenche ma esisi ni ebi mba yeso. That's
Okay. Yeah, that was super for our initial contribution. Young iPhone was also on the line, but were free. So, and kaya baby bisa na oni akasa ntimi pacho say we have a internet connection issue bia. You are welcome back. Enti yakasa we are going straight to enter into Emrebimwa Public Health Act 2012. We call it Act 851. A minor yede emra bi atoto ekwan mu. Senka enwo ye ho ban. Nanka sa figures ya mede me ma nyina we don't get it. Na emra mu eba akons na say section 109 subsection 1 or say subject to subsection 2, a person shall not convey or cause to be conveyed for commercial purposes meat or a meat product from a slaughterhouse facility or cold store in a vehicle unless the authority, that is Food and Drugs Authority, has in writing approved the use of that vehicle for the conveyance of the meat or meat product. Ni tie twemu ne se dwumadi a ehwe se aduane a yedie no ɛho tie no se ukum aboa ana woton nam wɔ a cold store na se woku aboa ye wie ɛwɔ baabi a yekunam car anase afidi a yede sesa kɔ baabi a yeton no ɛwɔ se sa authority no ɔmo ɛna wode car bi akɔsɛ car wei ɛna mede bɛsesa nam na ɔmo ahwɛ sɛ car yi a wode bɛsesa nam ye ho te na ɔmo atwere krataa de ato so na ɔmo ama ɔkwan na ɔde ɛsesa ɛnam no na me question is say ɛno ɛne yehu wɔ Ghana na afei kura mpo adenti a empanyimfoɔ hyɛ saa mmara wi. What are they trying to achieve with this kind of law and regulation? Mepacho Francis and Diana, why na bekasa first? And I mean call a gentleman first and a lady first.
A gentleman first.
Okay, Francis.
Yeah.
Okay, Mepacho wait me akasa.
Yeah, that's it. In fact, sa ade a ye bi mani pa e wo ni ma bebre ho. Enye sa do ya kamera bu ho kran ka me hye da ehun se emu nsem no bi wo ho a sa ewu because you ask yourself say emra no ho are they using it? Because me who obi a wose wokoto na mo mayanka na say omukotwe nam na free mayanka de aba the sale pointer car no mo inspect it. In fact, I haven't seen that before. Do you understand? So you ask yourself why. It means that a leaders, they know what is right. And so if you check our laws, we have beautiful laws. Emra sanke di juma ka ba mi nyina ye ho ayede atoye na ma ye yapomode etumpon. We are not using the laws. So then you come to ask say adenti ena yentumi nye den endi mra no so. Me ye mpesa me say enkofo na ye de mra no timamufo na ye de mra no boye ho ba na ana ye nim. Driver ni a de oku enam no ono so wonim. Ena de ono so ekwakofa nam no ono so nim say these things are laws or say ye so.
That's some run almost share na or sign more responsibility say they shall educate the public.
And you're only a failure. Because me just some Facebook in the cry baby one say I was say car or say coffee and now all these regulations surrounding food and then transportation of meat and other things. Do you understand? It be a penny for him. They know what is good for us. But what is happening to the implementation? No, yes. What are we missing? So what are we missing here? All these things into me implementing.
Nti me pacho as a CA na you're paying for no. I think what we've been discussing and I say you put a power program, you say at least if one person hears something, that one person can give it to another person, it could spread like the way one person through one person 500 people got infected with COVID-19 in some a factory in Accra Tema sorry enti yempanyim for in what advice are you giving to specific to this regulation?
Yeah,
Why do you think this regulation was made?
Why it was made no send you to make clean food now in the long run you to make protect what the people are consuming. So but the economy no too informal say the number of butcher houses I walk around very difficult to compile. What I say wobɛhu obi a ɔnyɛ prɛko wankɔ na bi na wakye bi na waku no na ɛneɛ so ɔhu ɛyɛ economy no yɛ largely informal. So when it comes to some of these things the laws are there, the inability of the leaders to implement it no wɔ hɔ. But because the economy is informal obi kora hyɛ baabi a ɔyɛ saa nneɛma no you can't monitor them. And to me who say recognize abattoirs near one these things they do them. Meaning
okay. When you are medawase. Pacho, Diana, what are you also saying concerning this regulation? Why at all do you think this regulation was necessary? What were they trying to achieve?
Pacho, this is very necessary. Just say, when say enam eba, ye in skin efio, so it's very very raw. Emua bebre organism bebre ye mfi ani kosie hu. And I won't say Ghana crown is ye chinam na ye chibroso because the bron e has a bochum to mfe rare. Yes, enam no no akra nkosi baabia na wedi. Sese when clostridium ne sane mani na wo ma ehu hia pa sanam ne bebo ho ban ene edi kan se ade a ekọ nipadue ne hu hia se yebo ho ban because ene de yare bebre brain na the problem is say the same pa ya boy amane no nse enam ka say the people we have the power but yabo ho amane kra sesi ano say yenya power ne kra say ye culture ban say onye se nipa se ne bedi so I said ye fa enye bi tie bu political things ne tie bu pa more but ade a ebe hia boy say apomudi niema te say eniema say no ye mfa nhye ye hu because ade we ehu hia ye papa say enam akoton aba na enam no kra no say oya aboa ben say oyare say den okay oya aboa papa yekunu ne sen dear na would and de enam ye den ye two boots taxi a awi na achino ye dia two boots na enwechi papa mienu ta chire no mu na tietia so se ne be ya ebe control shaking no omu bedru market na obi hye ne sheta wa hye ne 1,000 years so se na ta na chi na he odi akoto ho oduru ho no opentem se wa brenam ne mu odu omaso a table na ye ma no de ato form ni asati twitwa meni wahu si ye ha koto ye mfa ho obi be se ye no a enmo an bewu enni ne de yare bebre abrain nti man de ehu hia pa se ne man ka food processing de from the point of entry to our table no kefa ekwan papa so emaye ni edi nenso se ye bie ye ni kra wa asem we hu no na yenya kwan kra ko parliament yemfa yebusadeɛ nto ha nipa sɛn ne bɛbɔ ho amane sɛ yɛmfa we ekwan we so ɛma ne nyɛ yi nti ade ne egyina yɛ so
ye nuamba ye da wase say afi na wa join ya Clementa Champon. Thank you. Welcome. Ye di aduane a ye tonton wo Ghana ne se de ye si handle no any nipa ewu ye ka nipa a omu wu wo aduane ho afi na corona to ho ayi bebia, but we are so serious about COVID-19. That is very good. Say I show a seriousness. Now we want us to also show seriousness about the food we eat. San ya enka omode shishe Public Health Act 2012 Act 851. It is something that is very useful, a preventive measure, because say ye nuamadi kenken ye ku aboa na ntwie ne atwa ne sre ne akyekere ato okada to ana motorbike to ana pragiamu ana motokin na ye transport to another gata yen kata in Ghana. How many gatas ne akata so gata yen kata so awansen a ebo se emfuturo a ka bia di kan twam arise se ye kase fa unsa tia bonetie mu na fa eka okatrema so cry, you won't do it. But sania mana wonyana, they all collected on your food. So enuntra nkaya bose ma yenhu how you transport the food from one point to another, so that it will be clarified. Say, oh, car we there a hote. What the idea na sheke no mu a ade we mu na de be hye na de a sheke no from baby a yekumwa no to another point. Na yen nyina yenya ahoden, because if you look at this statistics scary, and that is why WHO and Kratemu said Ghanaians die young. Irade MGA then so okwa sorry and now call Muslimi daimu ekobompa ye. If you don't do the right thing and you pray, you can pray the whole day. But if we don't do the right thing, we will be dead. Yo, let's go to the next one. Or see, the Food and Drugs Authority has the power of registering premises for the sale of food. Jumadia abayin ediesi hono. Omo ne edi tumi asho omo nsa say. Ansana me meti choba, maybe choba. Maybe baby a meton aduane no. E was say some nkrofo we register me. Said ansana ubinya car. Or the befa kwan so no okọ register car na di car number no answer na beton aduane so I was say ye register na me ba the same question be also, why do you think this law was made? What are they trying to achieve with this regulation? Francis?
Yeah. Me gidi say o babe no aduane aton anaasɛ woba bɛyɛ adeɛ biara nipa bi to bi adi de akɔ ne honam mu sɛ yɛ nsuo adeɛ bi ɛbɛkɔ nipa wedeɛ mu deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛhu sɛ ade korɔ no wonam kwan pa so ɛna woyɛ nti no Food and Drugs Board menim sɛ ɛbra no no ɔmoma mmaa no ɔmotɔn aduane no ne so yo bawo so ye bemu omo aduane no aye omo certificate bi ansa na mo de aton aduane no, and then it is subject to renewal before ansa na no be ma no obekọ akwa some test bi ansa na omo the certificate na ma all these things no omo ye senior ya omo hu se nipa no ne health no do no aduane na ansa wo de ye no papa na ɛbɛboa ne customers and as the consumers no. That is why omuye. But the system is there. But in situations be we have a lot of people doing what they do, selling the food that they sell, selling the water that they sell. Omuni those in krata ni bi. Ade ba kon so mpese metwe ya adwen edina so. Omo pretty big chobas no. Obehwe mu no na the choba the choba ne dia no. Ono de paper no akoye bi, but omo ka ne ho omo ye aduane no. Ema ne mawa no omo ho be serve. So in Ghana your local settings and send it here. Omo be serve do baby gine fufu ni so awo do be ka ne benku. Those people they don't do it. Say choba wona no koye dia na so no nya certificate ne dia fine. But nkaefo na ka ho no omo enya de omo ye den omo ye. Ena obi so ho na so koye ne baako a eno ano no ongoye bi. Do you understand? Nti omo ye sa ne ma we nyina se ne be ya se nipa ne yare bu won ho a okono so korunu ne de ne fa test ni mu a ebi hu aso mesi sa de we di ntimi ma kwan ma fa nto aduane sa ne ma we nyina omo ye se ne be ya nko omo de be den omo de be protect here. For that one I know they do, but how effective it is no mean to me enka. How effective they mean to me enka, but meaning say bibi sa wo Food and Drugs Board omo hawkers ne ne for omo ye just to yes, just to protect their customers by how efficient and how effective, and then for that one they mean to me and comment also.
Yo emeda wasepa answer na yebeko yenua badan na ho na on so comment on the same regulation no yenua Clement Champon line also Clement or said not even the transportation of the food but the premises of the food is not healthy. I enjoyed one particular food when sending someone to buy for me, but after visiting the premises, he used to enjoy the food, but a brave year no sma obima okotobre by after say no kohu bia ewo ho no we jaidi wan koho bio. I think senka obia timi ye like eyenua a Clementa and come more moton aduane no come betu omo hofo a Clement ya da say for that message.
But my carry say me nim say sika penko anti now o to aduane obi beto bi adi adentina also ye no biara because untumi nyusu rotten tomatoes and find aduane ofie ni. Why should you go to the market and buy rotten tomatoes? Omo aduane no me na bonten be bre na kwa omo tomatoes na poche also with the fesi ho na for trouble from Babefa. I mean, who does that? So, into any equatorian, you who's a more moton, almost on fire. Into any you could in the sunny a champ or can, you know, say we have to take our health into our hands. You're going to be sad. Don't go there again.
Yeah. That was say, I would the account. Let me about Dina.
Patron said, Diana, and car regulation, the Food and Drugs Board, ne other associations now, Mushed and National. And no, your Diana from the production point, say, or farmer, say, as a poultry, or say, as a crop production, or say, animal husbandry, from that point, no, through the processing, so I call harvest and storage. Through the so year aduane to nipa na aduane ewura n'anum no ni na yade also mo hwe na mahu sɛ Ghana ukɔtɔ baabi na ya na ɛbɔ hɔnom deɛ ya na hu sɛ ayi kakra spider yi cobwebs yi egugu ho kama ana ɛsɛn hɔnom asɛ mfuturo abɔ no enti ɔmagye o na how is it productive nipa na ɔde ma ɔmo no ɔbɛhwɛ ɛhɔ mpo ana ye renew na fibia na because sempo se aduane ni mpo ye good mpo bi ehu ye nkukuo mu mpo no se be efia no pa oh sorry ye the other wa ben kwan na the room na enua na numre na ina kopem ye the same samana na ni akoto ni edi eya de arehu ye papa enti niema we na che se eya de bebo ye hu ban ba ye mpo nipa no so obi akohu obi so okohu ye weja di o but obi so akohu anya new customer ye mfa hu mpo enti nipa na se ye hwesa niema we na nke bia wahu bibi na wabɔ ho magina mpintin sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo sa bɛkyɛke a ka obia bɛyɛ ne deɛ yie mpo nsu a wɔde yɛ aduane mpo afiri hemfa sɛ ɔkɔsa firi hemfa yɛmfa ho nipa mbɛduro menim sɛ ɔmo bɛdu hɔ na ɔmo kɔkyɛke a sɛ otwa fufuo no bi ma na ɔma ne some percentage bi a na kyerɛ sɛ no a ne werɛ fio anaa mpo sɛ ɔmo gye ne sɛ 1993 a ɛbɛbɔ hɔ saa ɔnsesa biem ana ɔmo kɔtwie sika ne yɛ renew ama ɔmo wɔ office te sɛ drive obi ti fie na ɛyɛ ne driving license ama no ɛsɛ wodwen ho a wonte aseɛ because wotim sɛ bobɔ hɔ nom o but hɔ nom nyɛ kama because sɛ obi aba hɔ paa sɛ obi aba hɔ ana woba hɔ nom so a ɛde sɛ finish deɛ yɛmbɔ amanneɛ sɛ meba hɔ ne o nipa ne ba as a customer no abeto bi no ko ne nsa no akɔtena ho no ɔhwɛ how aduane besia yi sɛ the critics for ye no na wɔ maake na sɛ wo wɔ hɔ because sɛ akɔyɛ sɛ obi wɔ kura wokɔyɛ sɛ election time say na yɛka sɛ hagea aduane a ɔyɛyɛ no yɛsi yɛbɛ close ne shop akɔpem so bɛ renovation ɔsɛ mento aba Mesia na se fitani o ota aduane wɔ hɔ mo ha adwin too much mo kyerɛ mo ho no ma disia bebrebe yɛ nto aba ma no politicians so abato ya na ɔpɛ ne wagya ato hɔ sɛ ayi say ka yufo yɛ aduane ne ka sɛ don't do street hawking ɛmfa ha nyɛ sɛ ni na nyɛ kata wɔ hɔ yɛ nto aba ni suro na obi ɔte fie ɔmo kura ha adwin mo nya mo book a mo mfa ntena mo dem onfa ne hu bia mo se empo the reason why aban se na o man tina ho ne se bia gata ne kra eben no de affect o cement aba yento aba ne nse ni enja ye ne ejai na the same thing cholera outbreak na ni pa ewu na nkra ewu na o esise o se ni wo yare o se ni ti na ewu won yare o o se ni ye me ne ya yem yare ne die ne kosi ye bit my say awachi kwenkwen bi na ye ka say aban ka say ye mpam nipa ne mfiri ho no ma musimuntu aba enti uja no say bia gata munsuo na okɔ no a okɔde fae ana de ye aduane ama maami ewu enso ne aye ye hu ade ye na nipa ne tinyema nkiti yenja affiliation with political things say entoba ne hwɛ de bɛboa yen sɛ efi enya de ne kan ti sɛ aban de mra bi ba sɛ obi choba onye ne ye bebi obi tɔ ya na enye kama enti yenyi friwa yehu sɛ adin etachire ne yenja yento aba na sɛ ne be ya ɔman ne bɛkɔ so ne yebenya ya pomuden
yo afutu a ye nua ba dan na de ama ye ndi sɛ ye nyai sɛ ye fi sɛ ɔman no ana ye wiase a ye baaye no ne nyinaa ne amanyɔsɛm da bi we ye ka ade a ebema wo nkwa Rollins baaye Kofo baaye Mills abesne kɔ Mahama baaye Akufo Addo baaye eni nyinaa chi no saa nneɛma we nyinaa no they don't necessarily give you life. Niema ebema wo nkwa na Ghana for no we don't discuss it. What is our life expectancy? Ekakra bi yenche na yekɔ niema ewura ye nipadua no mu no. Please yenua ba dan na say wo ya ade na say obi betu a enya say bia wo betu na wa ye kokwasa bia ma obi abetena hɔ de a na so say baby a wo ton waduani krampo na aduani ani padie man fa nkogu pavement so ɛhɔ na obiara nam amanfoɔ na asim futuro wobɛɛ dɛn wakɔtɔn apple ɛwɔ kwan ho enti wɔka sɛ obetu a yɛnte aseɛ na woyɛ twɔba deɛ mede ka ho wobɛbie twɔba wobɛbie baabi kakra no aduane a deɛ ntere yɛ se kɔ na kɔgye krataa because sɛ obi wɔ hɔ a wakɔsua biribi kakra wiase obi anim deɛ nko doctor ni pɛ sɛ otu kwan a driver ni na de no bɛkɔ driver ni yare a doctor ni hɔ no wɔbɛkɔ obiara ne nim deɛ enti wokɔ saa nipa no hɔ a na saa nipa no waba abɛhwɛ sɛ oh ha na mepɛ sɛ mebɔ mapata ha na mepɛ sɛ mesi me restaurant okay nsusam te sɛn woyɛ nneɛma fi a hefa na nsuo bɛtene afa obi bɛdidi a hefa na ɔbɛhohoro ne nsa na ɛdan wei koraa no mframa dodoɔ sɛn na ɛtumi fam wosi ɛdan yi ɛbɛfa nipa bi a 20 at a time nti ɛwɔ sɛ bi a mpoma na ɛda ho no ɛwɔ sɛ bi a ɛyɛ mmiɛnsa ɛyɛ mmienu siesie ni ye na ha koraa mpo no ɔmanfo edidi wɔ ha na wo gas a wode noa egyei sɛ wode noa aduane sɛ gya tɔ ha nipa na edidi wɔ ha no kwan bɛn so no mbetimi afa so etimi adwane afiri ɛdan no mu ntɛntɛm hefa no wakwan da o akwan we ɛyɛ baako ɛne ɛyɛ no mmienu ansa na wabia no ɛni na yɛ ban bɔ ho adwuma ɛno ntra police wɔ kurom a doctor wɔ kurom a nurse wɔ kurom teacher ni wɔ kurom obia ne n'adwuma na yɛanya saa ɔman no ɛnkɔ so na wo so a yɛde adwuma na ahyɛ wɔn nsa no don't just stay in the office woyɛ saa wodi ɔman no aborɔ because say obi a ade akye na wakɔ afom akɔyɛ adwuma anaasɛ wayɛ na adwene sɛ ɔmensɔre anɔpa akɔtɔ aduane bi agu me food flags mu akɔ afom na ɛhɔ me koduru hɔ na sɛ meyɛ adwuma brɛ a madi kakra no na wo so yɛde watena office sɛ kɔhwɛ na baabi aduane no atɔ no ɛho bɛte na deɛ wɔyɛ kua adwuma no ampira no wanyɛ wote office wagyi sika wasan krataa na ma no a wadi awu ukɔ kwasieda ukɔtena asɔredan mu a so this is the first time I wotena asɔredan mu a srɛ bɔnefakyɛ and then from next week going on man nyɛ saa adeɛ no bio because if you pray and pray and pray and you don't do this the wisdom that God gave to mankind to implement some of these things na wanyɛ a na ye nyame som no o ma yɛn abregu there is another regulation Section 100, subsection 1, Public Health Act 2012, Act 851, or say a person shall not advertise a food as a preventive or cure for a disease, disorder, or an abnormal physical state. Ni nyinaa ne sɛ wotɔn aduane enye duro enti obia ni ho kwan wɔ Ghana man mu sɛ wobɛbɔ aduane ho dawuro sɛ aduane etimi sayade ABCD woyɛ saa watomra mepo akyɛw ɛde asɛm na yɛbɛka afa saa we ho ɛdɛn nkora mponti a yɛyɛ saa mra we what are they trying to achieve with this Francis
say untumi advertise aduane bi na wonka say to me ɛsɛ ade bi nti sa
a person shall not a lawyer for say shall
mandatory
shall not advertise a food as a preventive or a cure for a disease, disorder, or an abnormal physical state. Entino onipa bi eni ho kwan ewo Ghana man mu da biara da se obekwa aduane bi ho da ro se maduane a meton yi ana sa drink yi de etimi ebo yade bi ho ban ana etimi sa yade bi eyade obi eni ho kwan se oye sa de no sa mra we pa adenti pa ntra omoye sa mra we omobotaye ne sen.
Okay. All right, Madasi. and then I will state once again, say, okay, act now, provision be a woman is to protect the people and to advance the health of the people, the population in general.
Yeah.
Sasa me working. When you share some man all reading a Ghana Mramudi.
Yeah, Ghana, me pacho, mami put two holes kakra. Owusu-Afriyie is watching from Ghana. Mami Afia is watching from Helsinki. Unia Baba Mabel is also watching from Helsinki. When you know say, if you want to add something, you can write a comment and I say your Facebook, my Facebook, so your link, Zoom link, you can join and share your opinion. Me Pacho Francis,
Yeah, because say mra we nyina wo ha ene nka asofo nyina nka be che omu because ga enkofo anka sa brinka mra we yedi omu no nye enye adeketwa so no anada
ekenke na ya hono wasoro dem say esa koko na na
akenke bi ho sa o me se Ghana de akasa obi be kasa obanku ne nkwan to me prevent premature ejaculation ne awi
ɛwɔ hɔ ɛm sɛ wonte
banku ne nkwan because
ɛwɔ hɔ sɔfo bi ayɛ bi ana wɔka no wɔ ne dɛm ɔka banku wɔ but menim sɛ nkwan ka ho ɛwɔ hɔ
na me hui you see before ansana ebetumi conclusively ebetumi aka say ade bi etumi say ade bi no it has a whole lot of processes also with film ansana we etumi agye aduro bi uhwe drug development how we develop a drug as it goes through a long process. What I say, yes, as an etimi confirm say ade we say etumi say ade we say and no crampo no see we are etumi di ade no edro no test bi wo mo aso test bi wo nipa so for trial period no na after say dia me nipa no ye monitor nipa no for some time ni ehu say okay edro no de ma mo no etumi say ade no esa ade no e ma mo effect bi ana o say consider all these things and san na ye tumi aye de aka say ade we tumi sa no aka banku ni mako obeka kire say tumi esa ade bi dia I think say a unlawful. Inti uhwe the motive behind that article now we're reading now.
Yeah.
It is just to prevent this because they know say you cannot just wake up or brown can be an to me this is totally wrong when you don't have the empirical data, the concrete evidence to show say I have gone through this process. Who say it here. No, you can't. You cannot. It very shallow. And almost so many measures or more they know the type of people on more. To go on for we are shimua. Nanka de because ne shemumpuni. A shemumpuna look at what we are experiencing in our country. So iti dina kasem na yemide. Ya bo politicians na chiache. Amon se sa. I was say ye turn in ye your home as citizens because yene ni amomo omutu na mobia omutu no because in says omo strict on some of these things people will comment about it there be media no be na me didi and otuma no bia na egu but at the end of the day no these things are not helping us. The laws are there to help us but implementation in a di mrano so no intimi ni so obia and wo hye mrano na sen kwofo bebre buso a mrano ineffective and this is what is happening. You see obia buso inti wo wachi obi de ne kɔ no obi so aye gbeja ni para kwachira na. I mean these are some of these things. Inti minia laws ne de the laws are there to help us. Inti omo muti omo enti asiye nyina as citizens enti asese emrano wo ho se bebo ye ho ban.
Na me pacho ye kasa so crampono. Let's not forget about how food is prepared for people on campus. Your secondary school for no. I think say our attention will go only to people who are selling outside. But aduane a yetimi ye esi ho for a long time before say enkura no ebe ba be die beba na aduane na adwo.
Na
And there are okay,
food poisoning there abonten efie because aduane nkoto aduane na abo be no na efie sa abonten akoto no tomatoes ni abonten obanchi ni abonten plantain ni abonten what I say inti food poisoning there baby say ye school mu say ye fie say ye hio ai mu ho wan te say sa enwo no mo de samai bi fra ne ya eni ekoko look at that see Kobe so emu home some de se formally no say dey be nation. I mean I say yet when you construct your own knowledge without uhwehwe mahu sade no de ode ye no ye papa na say eno ane so wo mepese enwo nani ye kokko nti ene ye kokko wa achieve ni e no de color share no nti at the end of the day no onu aduane wo fie but source na akoto the food is contaminated.
okay. Me da say yebema ye nua ba dan na so akasa about the same thing. But let me acknowledge few people watching. Kwame Cancer, Nimwe, welcome to the platform. Or a lawyer, Papa B. A lawyer, ye ready act be. Enti say suggestion be eka krabia na odi aboya and we are educating ourselves. Than what grace. Wherever you are, you can join through the Zoom link on the Facebook, and now say, "Ubetimi also actually a comment." We will share. We are educating ourselves. Now, me sure say no. I read some statistics here. I think say people when others join no or more and take. So answer na dina be kasana. I want to go over 625,000 food poisoning incidences are recorded annually in Ghana, where the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and the World Bank and the year 2007. I don't want to believe say we assessing greatly, sir. Over 297,104 people hospitalized annually. A number Food and Drugs Authority 2008 representing 47.5% of total food poisoning cases reported. Inti anya number ni na nokra no just 47%. And or say death rate in Ghana due to food-related illnesses stood up to about 90,692 deaths annually. Food and Drugs Authority 2008, representing 14% of the total number of people being hospitalized. Anna,
90,000 a year.
90,000 annually a year. Nipo mugu every enuania yade wom bacteria wom yade nkete nipo mugu afe. This is in 2008. 90,692. Aren't you scared?
It's very scary.
People say sanima we ya mo de what we know is say oh na ni yamu tua na say ni yosi ni yam ni ya okoye na no we say a doctor now born infection in the incredible. Many people don't know what really killed them. And you know, a scary no say the total cost incurred by government of Ghana on curbing food-borne diseases annually is estimated to be 69 million US dollars. This is Ministry of Food and Agriculture and World Bank. And yet, America 65 million. Now, epokuya say interchange, you know. Yes, in the same. Tamale interchange. And boy is saying. Nano ya interchange ya yes seen war at runabout. And boy is saying. Sanyama where you bet me about home buying. Ama aban so asebu se skawe e dia ya ade foforo.
We free money, free money, free money.
Yes.
Free money.
E Ghana me pwacho mommaye emmoye ho ban. To build our country. We are just losing very, very important people who are dear to us. When you about that, me pwacho e kasawai, that's a regulation, you know. I sorry say me my
So I am not as a film checker because I deal with from the church room to everywhere. Obi a the whole car. Then you be a bro musu why say I think this all boils to our superstitions. Like yeah, Africa now need to think Africa, but Ghana for very superstitious. Yeah, Jinyama Mikasa near was school. Na Gary and beans go baby ewo bantama ni could deeper. Ain't you when say ho odi anansi e wosofu bi wo se okoto ni sofu ni nsuo no de nwa na aduane no na o tesese na aduane ni kofuo si toro ehwa na tese ye di sofu no din na to gobene so tese na won keke no unse that time na school for exam so pie ni adaji so be akota aduane o enti nipa na hye de hu so okay aduane me ye ni sei ana baby a me ye aduane na bia na nkofo bi si dan wo ho enti na workers for ne beto e say dan no mesi awie o mko different place school for exam so munya da against me mama ho santi they prefer to eat at school than to come outside to say yeah funny me when na anya you enti sa superstitions na matter say baby timi ko ka banku na wo che o say ana unse jidie na ye won so wo jidie wa de bie mu atimi yeye yeye pani adidi atoso na yeye ni ajiska obi timi ko to suo kapuma na wo yen 5 million ankasa 5 million nka wodi ye waduane no hu bibi ya ke betima ye more than that amount enti means the dudu na ye superstition because then obi timi say so di bro yeah nyakopon otumi die but I am na broso because your hex Finland the past and your hex and your musi started the kind of war home history a kind of war mu how poverty power inflation sabi home picture features na bu out me ne kasa kro timi kan enso so he omu nchenga na kesi o omuni any resource bi omuni gold omuni oil omuni she as we had your makodru na ye wo bibia nti emra weni na wo ha se na ba Francis kan omuni mi say ye suba city because emra we bi ni Finland because omuni say entimi mba but when say ye superstitious no dem ma weni na to honum say ebe boy ho ban but at the end of the day no ya can say na nekra na say ye de can every area every district can obi be ka se mo form nkwase asem free wo nko ade be che oni sofo akodi atem that's the thing ye ke bi kwa sofo bi atekra o de ba be ya asem ama so ye de better preaching plan so for china on ti ya na mi se ni na gina yesu ya ka ni say no ade ni ye ya fa ho enti dia ye begu so a be se nipa se Nyankopon otumi but sanya James kan uye adwuma na wunya gidie na yemfa adie se emra na aye no emra nya ma obi a o emra ne ye emma wo ene me ye dua ne die ho ene bi obi me yemfa ye bottom sikani na emfa nkoma ne ndi na se safu no otumi a eni na agya Nyankopon so on ti asem de wo kan e be ka ahu asefim kakanti ni na agya yeso se Nyankopon otumi odi tumi ni egu sofu mu obetimi tumi so agu mu ama atima ye adwuma Inti day, but you say you just superstitious, no?
Edding. And even may make you comment about post and I say, it could I a timua, Obi, why I see in family media. Because as soon as you ye, a senior men a demon one edge. It wouldn't be the why they are saying Yamia, wapo, one because I will know what I say. Until say, ye best near you taking responsibility for new maybe. Na ibe that superstition na me nua ba dan na eka ani bibia ye de hye so wo bi na ba obi na ekunu obi na ese ene ya ene neti ha odidi wi wo se ne yam ye ne ya wo we dem ntiase obi na ekunu. Do you understand? Inti the discussion we maintain it at the shallow level. Say obi na ekunu nti we don't investigate into it. Say kan hwe mu kakran ka bo se bi aduane bi okodi ye no na ye ne sa. I think say we have to be analytical at times as a country. It me boy.
A very soon. A World Bank in the Ministry of Food and Agriculture. Mo hwehwe mo no. Enuane bi a omo hu no Ghana say enuane we dey a risk of getting contaminated easily, no. Emeka was shortly. Regina also a Helsinki ha. Regina say opinion bia obetimi ede aka ho obetimi atwere anase obetimi through Zoom link na aba na be de ye de ye nkomo aduru a ne say na Ghana mra e na ye kan say a person shall not advertise a food as a preventive or for a disease or disorder or an abnormal physical state. Nti untimi mejina FM so ana TV so enya advert bi asem aduane we de esa koko esa hepatitis esa hypertension na emebisa o beer ene fanta ne sanema no enya aduane say aduane o
aduane
nania adentia alomo bitters ne twede bitters no omo advertising on TV so ni ade say esa yade mentasio
say those people know so Food and Drug Board are more permission or more the term on your man. It be a Food and Drugs Board add a sample of him and the woman who say it to me a year sign your man because say almost to me tongue or bra Food and Drug Board they nim one any more share. Which means that they know woman nim it not they are able to advertise it on the mainstream media. No? So
ayi beer Star Gilda Guinness Fanta Malta Betes anyway no the advertisement it goes like we are having fun, you go to a bar, you are having party and all those no.
Yeah,
I'm getting confused, Kakra. How could Food and Drugs Board license them? Do they license them under drugs, under food? And I'll say they are food
beverage
stroke a food beverage and because alcoholic drinks, you know, they are all part of the eatable. So alcoholic drink I really need to understand this at this moment. So alcoholic drink qualify as a drug, and it should be sold under the regulations of drugs, because I find it quite difficult to accept them under both sides. Until one say a farm station, so an alcoholic drink, it means asthma, it means hypertension, it means a cocoa, it means a baby, and then they are allowed to advertise it. And Obi Wahona or Wasaya Diana, he doesn't go to the hospital, he buy these things and minim say a bit as no or ewa or my iron say drew. So you have some a bit as no a drew is okay or all right. We will discuss that another day. But your bit as no be so just alcoholic drink. and it is being advertised to prevent a disease. And will be a nominal. So a dro dia ne dosage no saying. The dose anything. Because yeah, if you accept to say a dro, it was atredo was saying bitters and I say nipa no enum. And yet to say like alomo bitters and I say sorry for mentioning a particular adiebi din. I think a lawyer can say anyway, but it is just
example.
Lawyers and I knew be a human
allegedly.
Nah.
Ematomra alomo for fanche.
Yeah, just example.
Yeah,
unim say asama working me sure say any of that drinks omo be registered under drug. It will be under drinks. So na ubisa ho say eba abonti a adenti na media no ede enuoma enka ho just to attract the people to buy. Emre bi me call baby na emigina debi emigina na eben some drinking sport bi. Ena me hu say emma be miensa mamfo fans of one by 40s, early 40s. Now more discuss it and say be and one some no more can. You know, so back because oh, and some way the one no more I say more for trio. Ena me kwa her sister no cancer nefu. Na anokwa sem ne say, her sister nefu. Ne ensa no dodo a wo so won no mo pass nefu na twa, we no ayekọ nsani. And time one million the phone in no I could send. Do you understand? Some of these things are misinformation and they are just using it to push their products. And also no, they have to check it because to me my food and drug board when register say a drink. Now call up and think advertise say a drew or the crown for dosage and can say no attribute no and answer. Do you understand? So the media also has a responsibility to play. No one can be my say and some you want to move foot more mbro. Do you understand? Ain't me sure say it is under drinks, under beverage, or more are registered no under but a bad abontia people misinterpret it. Obi konum be a ye bibi man unti or the account meanwhile the producer no so one fan account. But wo konum ya so obi nim de ukodi ya konum gu so na ma e charge bibi na ma bibi ko fa bibi na unya benefit bi. O they are conclude say this is why it me we. That is why a regulation now kind of say to me can say drubi aduane bi to me sa do you understand? But the people are doing it and I think we should blame the media because almost advertise the sir with us.
I'm sorry. In Indiana so no obi wo a media na e bia ono so ohun sase o ho na nipa no e de na ade abase wan advertising man no na say na anabi okrampo na o ma record edada e na omo de aba nti no I will me bono this number of hours in the week ubetua saying na omo e de hu we. I think say the authorities concerned no motima anymore now motino. They have to reach out to media houses. They are stakeholders because say emrana ma ho kwan say obi bu samra no so you have a power so betimi kra achenatum. Samra na so san show say educate the people. So in your health education and I say in your disease prevention responsibility, the stakeholders are the media houses. So which me can say this is how our lances looks like. Until people say bonadia hunda romana look for lances A, B, or C before say all lances say amana. They are partners. Until they have to educate them. They have to protect all of us. because a lot of us, we don't know. Then you might Yaro, and also so aware from a Kintampo youth, a parliament, or not a speaker of parliament. Into Honorable Danjuma Yaro, yeah, that was sick. We are going to shift a kakra from this loss. Now, failure yet to your home for a kakra near the Uncomodiana Aba UDS research reveals several vendors in Tamale sell salmonella contaminated food. And a UDH or more biology department on the third now. No more they call or more lab. Now or more they are coffee from Fidiamo no marche. Say the auto Adriano or the Naniwa oh who no mafa no more they are called fan Fidiamo and Fidiano here or say Enuane Edodwana Merenuntino mean to me and chichemu percentage Adriani Bain now or chop bass Dodwana, especially fufu salmonella a bit to me. And another one, causes of hepatitis A. No, consumption of contaminated food. Use of contaminated water. Swimming in dirty waters. Hepatitis A. Insufin. Ye bet me jina we so na ya fa so atu atie for f and I say obi a video yi be kwa koto no da chi bia no say aduane na ye die no eni hu a ede emaye. I'm using this hepatitis A as an example and also using research kakra UDS for as an example. Me pacho Francis over to Miakasa.
Minia, you see, baby, I discuss how we do say, yeah, deep in pretty well. You to me pick a free and be animal. Until the best and say, one cassa of Quabontia to be an yes, a few when any be when she quite be by a sea and hurry and sand running water. Choba bear now call the gun and coons or more rubles under running water. Yes, sense you know, a dear good a bakum. And now, if you fear who know who has here, no, or there be no more. As soon as you dear, the baby no. I mean, the contamination is too much. Do you understand? Me who choba me baby almost more under running water. Even in this COVID season, almost checking those areas nashe. So was in the panel running sand running water. Choba se be almost air dianeton. How do they wash it? Are they washing it under running water? No. Intermediate the mechanic say run wo but baby na nya adwuma. Intino nipa no wo na wo say uma wo health no ho hia wo health ni kura no ye asset pa because all other asset awo no comes from your health. So unia pomodia untimi nkoye adwuma enye sika nkoto car na wani da so obeto no edan na opese wisi no sa phone na opese woto no laptop na opese woto no say wa hoden no ensi pia untimi nkoye adwuma enye de enkoto sa anema no. So always have in mind say your health is your asset. Inti no asset dia na wo say wo fa konya se bia so babo ho ban. Inti efri na ekoso okoto bibia bia mesrew hwe environment no wohwe na se bibi eto chema wo ho a ko be fufuro ne koto next time nipa no hu za wanto a obe ni yi na me so me koto bia mankwa ankofa yare ana sa obabi ana onua bi kwa koto bia mankwa ankofa yare simply because say say nye na utu ho na mo wanto nti wa correcting the mistakes. Let us do that and then protect ourselves. May that say.
And I'm more to the point is also you don't have option of going to another place and another place the issue is the same thing. se ubetumi a be bold na kasemo ekakra. Every time we are asking our MPs to give us roads, bridges, and others. Let's also ask our MPs, our DCs, to enforce the laws. One of the laws on say the DCs and as MC, they can make local laws and as a bylaws for this about one in a or say in the district, obi etumra say even krempo no obi ku aboa wo baby ebe cause nuisance ama the people in the neighborhood. Enye aboa wu ku no de ano awaduane, aboa wu ku no aton no. If you kill it in that area, now the wabubu enuyaka ekakra na o share ponche no hone, if it is causing nuisance na DCE has the authority to bring you to book. Now DCE so no betimi ahwe situation is okay we dey ya ma okwan na fa ABCD etoto ho. Yeah, MPs, let's hold our MPs to task. Say omonhwe say ye aduane a ye bedi no. You see people making demonstration about our roads, about our bridge abu, also make demonstration about the chobas, about baby a didi how you fini ade no. Let them force the people who can change it to change it. Now I believe you say anybody who has the money to build nice restaurant has money to bring sanitation credit there. I am reading something here. Danderi and Ado 2016. They also made a research to explore the practices and vendor perception on food and personal hygiene. Majority, about 44% of food vendors wash their hands every 20 to 30 minutes. 42% washed at each 7. And 14% washed each and every hour. In total, majority of omo to aduane ma no omo horo omo nsa. Okane nyina bomu a omo horo omo nsa ekakra bi eye. When you are going to buy food, Francis they wash hands by e de kofa a COVID ho no. A COVID is spread by a mwank tenkiti a yenhu. Salmonella ne, E. coli ne, some wank tenkiti na omo aduane ho aye fia ma yare, ema ebimu wu no. Eno so yenhu na nsahohoro ye one of the greatest things. Sa research na so mo hu say insa na omo hohoro na nyina achi no, sa nsa na omo de giska no. Sa nsa na so na omo de obi eson sieve a bowl fruit ni ade ebi mo de fork na yima o ebi mo so de omo nsaka sana na ode beso skemu nim ba bi ska no free unim nipa dodo nsam a ska na afa ensa ehohoro bie wani hwese obi bedi ne honi kakra ansa na wode ni nsa kan aduane na oton ama wo no na ono omo ne ho ban na oso bo oho ban na onkwa ohun hia ma oman Ghana enyu abadan na ewache oso
Pasho pese mi kase ye nyina de ye ka nyina no enye se bia ye ho na tayo ana se ye time ye nya na ye de ba asem we ade ehu hia ma ye nyina efi se aduane ade a obi enu obeka so betima atena ewiase a wo ndidi na ne dodowa ne se ehemfa na waduane ni efiri ena ekwan be na efa so ana wososo se bedru fie ekwan be na efa so ewura wanum se aba de mre bi ba ana se municipality o se assemblyman de mre bi ba se bebi e wo yi ewo se eniwo se nipa ta aduane wo mo me ye nfa enema kitinkiti ye ntoma ne sanema nyina hyem ye had a big picture say adenti ana ehu hia se nipa ne firi honum na yen sinking say saa nneɛma ketekete sɛ nsa a kyɛ sɛ ɛho ehia nsa obi nsa a yɛsɛ yɛde yɛ ɛno atumi sa kooko ɛno atumi a wotumi wo ɛno atumi gyae pre ejaculation kyɛ sɛ eduro baako bibia atumi sa koma yareɛ koraa waha mo de bɛka ho sɛ ɛsa. And so at the same time, maybe quite happy him nipa na or yes, any papa the hospital, I na so want me money be. Tear say, yen just superstitions, no. And it's a madam for be so wafa and I ya mano. Na yen fat a quan papa say last name can say drugs. How could a drum pie say a quiet fast to a fee mono. Yen sa quine na so near dear dear ye. Yen ja we di and never boy advert say no. And a best media house ne say media then entertainment, information, education no. But it's saying now say who gets the biggest money. Advert ninti. But mummy has say I need now so say about the sanction we were to say Drona to say I never want say sir and sign I can want to Omuksa asani we no can name in area or say this advert has been approved by the Food and Drugs Board. I just say a bunch and such as to be and so munim say advert even and you na can win na enti I was here DNA form. Say ye bomb then say ye say a buying to ye pay mu a buying any kwan ye no ye duani diem so and say mranimu kena say mmara no yɛbɛdi so ama yɛabɛboa nneɛma aba so this officials ahyehyɛ because ne nyinaa so ma adwuma kwan ba o because officials ba sɛ okay mmara do sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ yɛpɛ nipa ma ne ti kwan mu ɔkɔ kurom kɔhwehwɛ aduane ɔkɔ chɔba na ebi kora wɔwie adwuma wɔ fie ebitumi ayɛ official wososo nenam yɛpɛ nipa 30 koraa pɛ yi koraa region koraa sɛ ɛdɔɔso na mo ne na mo hwehwɛ wei a na aboa ɛma adwuma opening of job opportunities ɛboa ma health ne ba ɛboa ma apɔmuden ɛboa ma kyɛse nipa ho tɔ no na yɛ mortality rate na ɛbɛkɔ soro ɛna ɛbɛyɛ yareɛ wei atimi wei ayɛ sɛ ne yɛmyɛ ne yɛ wakɔda hospital cholera outbreak nyinaa so bɛtwa na ɔman no sɛ nipa no wɔ ahoɔden a ɛna ɔman no so eti ɛde ɛkɔ n'anim ɛfiri sɛ yɛn nneɛma ɔman no esi fam.
Yo, yɛda wase paa sɛ yɛnyai superstition. Na hwɛ o, hepatitis ya yɛka ho asɛm hepatitis A, B, ɛne C, yɛnkɔ ho. Wodeɛ A, yɛtɔn abibiduro bebree yɛbɔ hepatitis ho ɛdawuro. Sɛ wobɔ wo ho ban yie a, you will not go and get this hepatitis and later no one spending so much money to buy a medicine. One spending so much time. I would bet na Owusu-Afriyie. When you hepatitis A, one more home by now when you hepatitis A. Now when the cotton sorry demu and paibo fie. Now the soft bomb pie mount. I believe in miracle. What they suffer bomb pie man now talk. Then you come back to the same thing. Na we are yes Christo cracker trobana or meant means go and sin no more. See you two home money through na the amount of money no better now mono all sign you will get those bad demons back. So also na yadia obedi beko ama this time grandpa so for so omon vampire no nchew. You have to pay. I was say with handkerchief. Also would ayi woto oil no na odware a wo de asra enti in whatever way the hospital na be ko anat also for what you will still pay but wo ho ban na ade ba akoso aye ka kire apan ni say enka ebebre wo ho a they want to save their community but enam say only scar or the be share business ase aduane business ase no ntino we see bibi table so kakra bi ana oye bibi ana so obi so pese or what vision so oye bibi kese a aduane no keketon na attention ko ho ba say obesi dan kama say ode niema bi beto akwan mu no ya oni ska ode beko ho enti one solution ka World Bank ne omo hwehwe nhwehwemu no say forge better cooperation between government, regulators, and street vendors themselves. Well, by providing workshops on food safety, personal hygiene, and sanitation. And what I say, omo ye aduane no, omo form cooperative bi. Na nka ban omo bosia ekakra. Enti bi anka Krobi so na obeba se sunyan a ebi anim sa ha de eye food street enti ya constructive pipe bi ewo ho a ya de afa obia choba echi pipe ya lane kase ewo ho a e connective obia choba mu ana so obia restaurant mu so obi wo sunyan bi anim say if I want a nice place to eat aha no enuane ahodo no nyina is station here. So if you go to major cities around the world, we have a food street and as a snack street. And I say, a baby or have a city center, wants a salon way. So restaurant in our salon, it's a localization of industries. The economists will tell you, say, baby they have common interest and they have common facilities. A buying bois in that ways. There can be posters on billboards. Omo de be educate a man for. And yes, Remo FM station, no, and money na nye, and a papa way nitison, and a way men a waba coming on. Atem a ye, and then we yes, and a radio station, FM TV station, ya from Malbertinaso. Se see madru Ghana, not me yime to home, ataswa to her. I will get all the TV station to call me to go and sit there. Young and the young dedicated America kakrebi emma apumudin honsem. Na eno ne kunye. Just lining up slave queens to interview them to know how much they spent on their buttocks. Ne sa we no. Obi beka say no so na yetiete release your stress the na so. Stress no crampo no where ni di ye ene yade bi betos na wunya sika hwe ho yade a it's also another stress cra ente yede yan komodie no ebesi eha no mema emenuamo aka bye bye nsem na yenua Tom Ekofi Owusu hwe ye Lydia Santoa Comfort Japan. Hey, me ma me bi pa no I wo US. Ena ma me kire. E ma me kire so ehwe from Amsterdam, Holland. We nyina ya damase say mo hwe ye health evangelism. Ye health promotion. Ye health education. Say ye hu hia e ma urade. Ye hu hia e ma ye man. Yehu hia ema yen family. Francis ne Diana so ewo Zoom line so. Ti ombeka bye nsem kakra akire yen. Na afi ye de adwuma de na abawie. Enti Francis me pacha o.
Yeah, anti ye baby no, me pese me san so atwe nyine adwen e de gina so say food poisoning no and na say contamination of food no. Anya bonten ko a ye ne ye no enua no ofie no I will say yen so ye even in this COVID season okoto fruits ifra bonten ba o ba ya fa me hye fridge na botre hohoro ho ansa na wo de ahye fridge ma wo de ahye enti no o ma yen hwe in that broader perspective waduane akoto ifra bonten bi di ne fie di ano na bonten ni nyina hwe say aduane no enye contaminated ansa na wodi onkwa hia ema wo ene wabusua esan so hia ema wo mamu no ebi adaache na aba be ye ka bitumi etu afa wiu enhwe ma nkodi aduane bone ma oyam enye oya ma nko so Inti moma yɛhwɛ ne nyinaa yɛnyɛ deɛ ɛsɛ ne yɛmfa mo yɛ ho ban meda ase.
Mpacho saa we no na WHO na futu mo dey ma nipa we developing world that street food ne contamination of food no say nka ebe ye kra ukoto nam no wa abonten a uba nka odi to nso hie mu anansa onu amu kakra ansa na wa ache atwitwa ana ansa ukoto vegetable fruit wa abonten a uba fagu enchene nsuo mu kakra ansa na wo de wonsa ka aye waduane a ewo se oye
Odi yeah. Na ebi mame ka asem we say food you know aduane e ton abonti bi te say mo no obu ho a ukọ baby a metumi aka tell so opa 2013 e mo kra benya bi edi because ye ton ensa na e afrem ye ton ensa na e afrem nti uboko enne emo a wo dwaso no like emo a waton wanu ada bi si abonti a waton a ha bo say January 2020 di bi fra eno so mo me hwe wo no a the customers no betumi aye den hwe customers dodo na hwe ho fa no a me nkono ne bibiri nkonye gidi a esenesena apia ba de no nkono a mo ne bibiri mesi ho na se ansa wasan de akofre ma no ama nkofo yema ayo mo ya yesrew me da se dem pese me kan
correct ena ya keka enuane ala bia ya no ano a konkomo aduane tenten mo aduane so oto a eya hwe date oto a eya hwe date ye wo amanman bi mu sofo a omo awura a country no a matena oman ebisoda na saa man no sofo no sesei no omo na omo abegye Ghana paafa so na de enso omo ye ne se omo betimi a repackage expired food ato ama omo krom ho no dwuma omo dia no the police omo krom ho de police egu omo so da bia yi omo wo a TV so omo di saa bone sem no ba Ghana de the only idea police ni gina na ne car but omo to aduane de police enko ne so kra so omo anya free space na nuane bia e wo konkomu bia oto a hwe date ansana wo de free nipa no ho akofie be emi pa cho emi nuadan na
Pacho, can say, maybe say superstitions na eco form. Na you say your physical world, they say, me no can say a physicality near you know. Ni enja say bibia ye map we no na ye we ni free himfa. Na e was say my who say aban beko aban bebra. But na was say ye nya hoden a one haban bi ko ne ni na akwa ye mabiem enti se ye de mra bi to was say mra we na ye mra ya hye se ehu hia ema menu mienu se ebebo ye ho ban ni benya apomuden ne ye ma ye busi asante nyina enti ansa ne krobia mra bebe etimesi mpim no na ebetimesi kwa ma na ye adwuma no ehu hia se nipa etimu no ye fa emra no na ye som ne nyina aboa se hu se atochima ye wa association ti wo baby a wo se wokọ ana wa obeti nkensan ka se mimpene emade wenye na wa boa ma na ye wonson no eni nipa na se nyina ye hwe na ho saa na obi gata aduano se emfa ho we emfa ho a ene se Ghana ewo kra etimi na ne fom ne ye de egum enko ne ye de color ne ye de ye nini na wo ye ade we se wo pesika no ka hu se ade na wo toko wo na bi kwakoto baabi onua kwakoto baabi enti ye ewom se ebska ye de eni ho but wo kun fin se ade nya nipa wo kum nipa nko ani nipa be oya amrobo otuo da ne na ho wone kon ho a odi kwakokum nipa se wo hwe na ho pa hu se ade nipa ye enye ye se nipa hu se wakoto bottle ana obubu ensa egu se na Mr. na Mr. okay Se ekrobu ha omo hu se ensa ye tonko utimi ubu nsuo no de kala bia mix no wo atutum wo hu se ni penye wo fie na wo hwe na ho se mi de mi ntobi unim da unu ebu akoto unim se nipa nkoda hospital mani a wo kom no ebi ka nipa na okoto ubetima ye future doctor oba bebo future nurse future teacher oba bebo o kwan bi so
Yeah.
yes na call round and say call round enti yenjan na ho no na ye hu se emredu se ye boa ye ho ni ye boa ye man na ne be ma yakọ akọ eso na ye de bia ka se de bia they are developing country from the day of independence to more than 60 years now ye free developing ni muda ye ni Malaysia for me na start ye no ma develop country na ebu se ho se e den a e kwa mu fa so ni se unity ano mu hu se ema ne ye dia enye obiara dia enti yemboa yenye superstitions yemboa ye ho ban ne aduane no ho ye boa ho ban se bebi a ye food storage ye no ne ye se ekwan a ene yedi mmara so no na wo se obi ebu mmara na ye be appropriate as policies for ne policy holders for ne ehu so de be ku police so be ka che nipa no ene be ya aduane na ye di no enko fa sunsanso obi e ma ye so na ye ma ye be susu besua na se ye man emani si formulate yetimi sua sa na ye ma na e ba no mu sua e bedum re bia ye mfa ho se wo se ye sa meeting we biem ansa na obi ate because I be I want to so na yes so some years later no yes be developed countries ejina me no mi ni so that's it.
Yo, that's it. Foodborne diseases are very prevalent in our country, Ghana. Food, that one has to be cautious of other public eateries, include soup and kwai, stew, abomu fufuo, and macaroni, talia, salad, and awache. Na sa enuayi a ema boboso yi eno na World Bank ne researchers ye nhwehwemu no nnuane no nyinaa no sa enuani na etaiwo food poison no pa enkwan stew fufuo macaroni salad wache nti akwakoye say macaroni ho talia spaghetti ho kofa salad ni wache no any stew na ese no omotai eye ayibom omotai eye omotai no abom na salad no yesremo se oton e salada untimi ma salad no ensie wiem for so many hours ebesei e wache oton e wache a na obetimi ato ice chest kakra bi food-borne kakra bi a mamfa ni nyina nkosi ho wan se ansa anopa school for eko school no eno abi no mbeto akọ ombeko school a pon ama omase abeto de aka akọ akodi esi abonten ache ayenwu no ebetimi aha adwene ente mewie no na mesan akai wo say over 625,000 food poisoning incidents are recorded annually in Ghana, and over 297,104 people hospitalized annually in Ghana. Death rate in Ghana due to food-related illnesses stood up to 90,692. And the total cost incurred by government of Ghana on curbing foodborne diseases annually is estimated to be $69 million. This is by World Bank account, 2007. Among all these people, no, you and I have been your survival. Now, I
didn't understand that.
The next time, you will not survive it. Yemo yehumbai, bo unu yehumbai, na Ghana emo yehumbai. Onyami shra, say o joining ye, mama joining online. Nyami shra Francis ni Diana, Amoba a line also. Now what you say, we will meet to discuss another public health issue. We love Ghana. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.